So good morning, sir. I'll be going to simulate manually the 7-digit display decoder about the using the LED 8 LED. So basically, I'll be going to show you on how we will construct the said circuit using the components that we'll be going to use as well for us to simulate the said circuit. So first, I'll be going to show you the different components that we'll be going to use in simulating the said circuit. So first, I have here the button. This button will actually I use as the 4-leg button uh, that will serve as our input. This will be the way that we can provide or input the basically I will going to use 3 buttons that will serve as the input, which is for the X, Y, and Z. So I've already have here 3 buttons. The second one will be the IC, which is the 7404 IC. So this kind of IC is a kind of IC that will serve as our inverter in the said circuit. And also I have here another kind of IC, which is a 7408 IC. So what's the difference between the two ICs? So on the 7408 IC, basically it composes of 14 yes, 14 pins, but the thing is that it only has a total of 6 AND gates. This IC already has a total of 6 AND gates inside of it. So we'll be going to have or apply as well the pin configuration for us to use the said IC to simulate the said circuit. And also on the other hand, we do have here as well the 7404. So the 7404, it doesn't have the AND gates, but it has a total of um, 4 NOT gates. Basically, it will no, it has 6 NOT gates. 6 NOT gates, and for the 7408, it only has 4 AND gates. So for that. The next one will be the LEDs. Basically, this is a kind of LED. Actually, I have here a total of 8 LEDs that will serve as our output. And here, the wires. These wires will serve as the way of our current or of our source. And also for me to apply a source on the said circuit, I have here this one. Actually, this is a kind of a ordinary charger of an Android phone, and basically I just use as this black and red one. The black one will serve as my ground to the said circuit, and the red one will be serves as the VCC. And also we cannot simulate the said circuit if we don't have this breadboard. This is a kind of breadboard. This will be the one that we'll be going to use, or we can place all the components. And also I have here this one. So it looks familiar, right? This is a resistor. We'll be going to use a resistor so that our LED will not be overheat due to the amount of energy that we'll be going to apply on the said circuit. Okay, so now I'll be going to simulate manually the said circuit. So after simulating the said circuit using the truth table that was provided, we were now going to test the functionality of each output. So for us to test the functionality, we need to put a supply or source. This is only a cable or of an ordinary Android phone, which we uses the VCC, the red one, and the black one as the ground. If we're going to put that one on its designated um, place, we're going to input the black one the ground and the VCC on the red um, on the red wire, which is for the VCC. Actually, we're now going to start on simulating and test the functionality. So as you can see, the LED one was automatically light because the code for that one will be V00. So if you're going to basically, this is the X, the Y, and the Z button. If you're going to um, push the Z button, actually the LED will light. If we're going to push the Y button, the LED 3 will light. And if the switch one or button Y and Z, it should be the LED 4 will light. But it seems like the LED 2 and LED 4 was um, turns on together. So we'll be going to troubleshoot and look for the reason why this was happened. So as we can see here on the second connection, which is here in this 7408 IC, it seems like we're missing the bridge. So when we're going to apply the bridge, because this will satisfy, this is kind of a bridge, it will be going to input on the okay here the fifth okay the fourth and fifth pin. If we're going to put that bridge on that certain position, and if we'll be going to push the Y and Z button, we can see here that the LED 4 only turns on and the LED 2 was already turned off. And if we're going to push the X button, the LED 5 will light. The X and Z button, the LED 6 will light. If you're going to push the LED, no, the X button and the Y button, the seventh LED will light. And if we're going to turn off or turn on or push all the buttons, basically the LED 8 will light. So that is the actual simulation of this circuit using this truth table that was provided.